Dang, it's been a minute I sit on this chair. Hello. How's everyone doing today? I know this COVID thing is still going on and I haven't posted in a while. So today I'm gonna actually talk about 5 tips on how to eliminate heavy hand. So with no further questions, let's get into the video. Alright, we all been there, we all done it before, where when you're working on a tattoo and your client is crying that you're heavy-handed. This is normal for every tattoo artist that just started. So today I'm actually going to talk about it, and I'm going to give you guys like about 5 tips on how to like work on that and how to eliminate that. The first thing we're going to talk about, the first one, number 1, is relax. As a tattoo artist, you're always gonna have the nerve. You're gonna be nervous about doing certain tattoos and all that. But with all that going on, the one thing you gotta do is take a deep breath and just realize that you about to go into your element and do what you do best. Alright, that's what you're gonna be doing. So take the ease off yourself and just relax. You're gonna do the work anyways, so why don't you just relax and do the work. So that's the first one. The first one is to relax. The second one we're gonna talk about, the number 2 we're gonna talk about is understand why you have a grip on your machine, or understand why you wrap your machine. A lot of us, when we wrap a machine like so, a lot of people think you're just wrapping the machine because you want to sanitize it, you don't want to keep it clean. But there's actually a reason for why you wrap your machine this thick or a little bit, soft. One of the reasons why is when you wrap your machine like this, it's because you want all that pressure from your hand when you're grabbing the machine to be all on the support. So pretty much your wrap, your grip right here is just to support all that pressure that comes through your hand when you're tattooing. A lot of people when they're tattooing tend to grip their machine really hard when they're tattooing. So that's why you have a thicker grip. To get a thicker grip is pretty simple. What I usually do, I go to Home Depot and I get one of these long tubes, and I just cut them and I make them as my grip. This will help you support your hand while you tattooing. It will help you take all that pressure from your hand and put it all on the machine. So it helps you tattoo a little bit softer. So the number 2 reason, or the number 2 way to eliminate that heavy hand is to get a thicker grip. Get a thicker grip so you can release all that pressure from your hand to the grip. Okay? The third thing we're going to talk about, is make sure you see your needle. If possible, make sure you see your needle. I know a lot of people like to, ride their tube while they're tattooing. They like to ride like the tube of the needle while they're tattooing. It's not a bad method if you know what you're doing, but I feel like if you're a starting artist, you want to see that needle and you want to see where it's going on that skin. So making sure you just, seeing a little bit of the needle up in the corner right there. And then when you're riding your machine on your skin, you make sure you see that. That's why when you're tattooing, they always say do a 90-degree angle when you're tattooing, because you want to see that needle going into the skin. This will eliminate also the pressure you put on the skin of the client. That's another step we're going to talk about. But make sure you see that needle going through that skin. So in that way, you ease off this the client itself. Okay, so that's the third one. The third one is make sure you see the needle penetrating on the client's skin. The fourth one we're going to talk about is do not press on your client's skin. I'm going to repeat it again. Do not press on your client's skin. The reason why I said that is a lot of artists, when they work, they tend to go into the skin and just press like this on the client, like put all their weight, this part of their weight or this part of the weight, all on the client just so they can get a good line. Try not to do that, because what you're doing is all that pressure that is on your arm, you putting it all on the client's skin, so the client is going to feel more pain, even if it's not a tattoo needle pain they're feeling anymore, but they're feeling the weight of yourself on their skin. So try not to do that. Try for you to just have this part of your arm just going into the client, and just work on that. Like, again, relax and just put just this part of your arm on the client, and then just move your machine. That's all you need to do. Not putting the whole weight on your client. It gets the clients to feel more pain that they're tending to go through right there. So the fourth thing we're going to talk about is, the fourth thing that we talked about is do not press on your client's skin. Don't do it. The fifth one we're going to talk about, the fifth and final one we're going to talk about is stretching the skin and actually knowing the machine or how the machine moves. So the fifth one is going to be stretching the skin. If you give the skin a good stretch, it'll be easy for that machine to glide through it without you putting all that strain or putting all that pressure on the skin itself or on the client itself. So just giving it a good amount of stretch and then just passing your machine, you can see that flow. One thing people tend to do is they tend to just hold the skin and then just tattoo it. No, stretch it, stretch the skin. That's why you see every tattoo artist, professional tattoo artists, they do a thing called that little two finger to stretch the skin out. Stretch it out so the skin have a tight grip, so when your machine goes on it, it doesn't bounce up. When your machine start bouncing, that's when you tend to just put all your weight into the client, and then you want to pull that line because the skin is not stretched enough. So the fifth one is stretching the machine and knowing how the machine move. How the machine move is pretty much how you move the machine. If you're moving it fast or you're moving it slow, or how it works on the client's skin. So that's a good tip. So pretty much that's all of it. The first one is to relax. The second one is to understand why you wrap your machine. The third one is making sure you see the needle. And then the fourth one is do not press on the client. Okay? That's all we got today. So the one last thing I'll tell you guys is make sure you practice all of this, because I can say it off to you, but if you don't practice it, it's not gonna resonate, or it's not gonna be something you're gonna be doing in the long run. Everything comes with practicing. So no matter what I say to you, at the end of the day, if you don't practice, you're not gonna be able to do it yourself. Okay? All right. If you think you find this video helpful to you, and you want me to post more contents about this, please like and subscribe, and also leave a comment below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.